another beautiful day to study A Course in Miracles. Even if you take a couple days off, like sometimes you just have to, let the lesson sink in, do your Ubering, do your catching up, live your life, and then keep coming back. Now, the lesson today is 132. I loose the world from all I thought it was. And this lesson might loose you from A Course in Miracles if you're not quite ready to roll with this. Just like my words all almost wanted to roll together, all together there in a sentence. So I loose the world from all I thought it was. Essentially today is when you step into the idea, concept that this world is not real. And that really could loose a lot of people from continuing on. So you just basically go as far as you're comfortable with even the concept that the world is nothing in itself, and your mind must give it meaning. And what you behold upon it are your wishes acted out so you can look on them and think them real. So you literally have created your world. And if your world sucks, you got to own up to that. And if your world is great, then you got to own up to that. Perhaps you think you did not make the world, but came unwillingly to what was already made, hardly waiting for your thoughts to give it meaning. Yet in truth, you found exactly what you looked for when you came. There is no world apart from what you wish, and herein lies your ultimate release. So if you can get to the point where you're like, I loose the world from all I thought it was. Change but your mind on what you want to see, and all the world must change accordingly. Ideas leave not their source. So what keeps the world in chains but your beliefs? What keeps your world the way it is you. What you're thinking, where you're at. Are you ruminating in the past, or are you worrying about the future, or are you in the now? So those, whether you're gossiping and worrying and freaking out and fantasizing dark potentialities, like that kind of stuff will shape your world. Opposite, staying in the now, being peaceful, watching your thoughts, clarifying your mind, that will also create a different reality. So sit with that kind of and be honest, which one are you creating? A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it, nor can he be swayed by questioning his thoughts' effects. It is but when their source is raised to question that the hope of freedom comes to him at last. So yeah, belief is powerful indeed. The thoughts you hold are mighty, and illusions are as strong in their effects as in the truth. So whether you are being a madman, insane, crazy, those beliefs are strong. And whether you are being peaceful and forgiving and happy, those beliefs are strong. So you will believe what you think is true. Everybody does. What else does this have to say? And some will find it in this course. So the truth will be, you'll either be led to it in this course or something else. This isn't the only way. There are many ways that lead back to God. If this way doesn't jive with you, then you can just keep looking. But the fact is, a lot of people circle back, come on back. The book keeps finding them. The course keeps finding them. It just does something in your mind that nothing else really does. So it's really, it just depends. Let's see here. There is no world, though. That is what it says in this lesson. I loose the world from all I thought it was. There is no world. Surprise! So this is a central thought the Course attempts to teach, and not everyone is ready to accept it, and each one must go as far as he can let himself be led along the road to truth. He will return and go still farther, or perhaps step back a while and then return again. But here's the banger. Healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn. There is no world. So guess what? You can't be sick in a world that isn't here. A world that does not exist. Sickness does not exist. Be healed, you know? Like, you do step into a different energy when you start to think these crazy thoughts. This is craziness. But so is this. Like, which craziness is working for you? I mean, that's another way to look at it. Which craziness is working for you? Healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn there is no world and can accept the lesson now. Their readiness will bring the lesson to them in some form which they can understand and recognize. Some see it suddenly on point of death and rise to teach it. Others find inexperience that is not of this world, which shows them that the world does not exist because what they behold must be the truth, and yet it clearly contradicts the world. So this lesson 132, holy moly. Jesus, your turn. Tina Jesus definitely reiterated the fact that the world is not real. If God is real, then the world is not real. I loose the world from all I thought it was. The world is getting crazier and crazier and crazier. This world makes God seem mean. And because of that, people are wanting to leave religion because God is insane, because he made this crazy, crazy, crazy world. So why is the world getting crazier and crazier, though? We have stopped being natural creatures. We've stopped going outside. We've stopped doing what is natural to our true self. So start being a more natural creature. Eat healthy. Get out in the sunlight. Get out in the moonlight. Get out in the starlight. Just get outside, because nature recalibrates. Now, you have to get to the point, Jesus said, that your mind is what is doing all of this. You have to see it. You have to understand it. You have to recognize it. Your mind is causing the drama. Your mind is creating suffering. Your mind is repeating bad stories about the past and projected bad stories about the future. It's gossiping, it's fighting. It's definitely creating all of your suffering. So you get to choose, because you have a choice. You can loose the world from all you thought it was and stay in the now within your mind and stay happy. Leave your box, go outside, be present now, and completely take it upon yourself that you are responsible for your own thoughts. So it is your responsibility to stay in the now, be present, and stay happy. I'm going to need a GoFundMe page for all the Sharpies I'm blowing through. Anyways, put that out to the recycling. I don't hold on to anything. There's nothing in this world, really, truly. But, I am enjoying myself. I really am. Oh, man. So let's see what else we can find in lesson 132. A lesson earlier repeated once must now be stressed again, for it contains the firm foundation for today's idea. You are as God created you. There is no place where you can suffer and no time that can bring change to your eternal state. How can a world of time and place exist if you remain as God created you? Like, nothing can touch you. You can't even suffer, truly. What is the lesson for today except another way of saying that to know yourself is the salvation of the world? To free your mind from every kind of pain but to change your mind about yourself. There is no world apart from your ideas, because ideas leave not their source, and you maintain the world within your mind in thought. So, if you are as God created you, then you are essentially spirit. Yet if you are as God created you, you cannot think apart from him, nor make what does not share his timelessness and love. Are these inherent in the world you see? Does it create like him? Unless it does, it is not real and cannot be at all. Whoa. So if it's not love, it's not real. Only love exists. Wowzer. So anyways, I don't know if you're having an aha moment or not, but if you keep chipping away at these crazy, wonderful ideas, something in your mind will change, and you will release the world. Your real creations wait for this release to give you fatherhood, not of illusions, but as God in truth. So we try to create in this world of illusions. We try to create by the ego's standards, and we fail. We do. So your real creations are waiting for you to release this world. There is no world because it is a thought apart from God and made to separate the Father and the Son and break away a part of God himself and thus destroy his wholeness. So this is the world of separation. That's why it's so icky and gross. That's why it's getting crazier and crazier. It's not even real. So you can find a lot of freedom in releasing this world and releasing yourself from it. And then you say, well, why am I even here? You're here to forgive. And then you're like, wait, I came here to forgive? Yep. And then you take out your hate list. You take out your shit list. And you look down and you're like, oh my gosh, look at all these opportunities to forgive. I came here to forgive, and I got a lot of good practice. And now I can say, this place isn't even real. Whoa, deny these illusions. Deny illusions, but accept the truth. Deny you are a shadow briefly laid upon a dying world. Release your mind, and you will look upon a world released. Release your mind. Today, our purpose is to free the world from all the idle thoughts we ever held about it and about all living things we see upon it. They cannot be there. No more can we, for we are in the home our Father sets for us along with them. And we who are as he created us would loose the world from this day from every one of our illusions, that we may be free. So we got some 15-minute practice periods today, and we're going to say, I who remain as God created me would loose the world from all I thought it was, for I am real because the world is not. No, and you don't do that. And I would know my own reality. I loose the world from all I thought it was, and I choose my own reality instead. So that's what you say. If something comes in your mind and you don't like it, you say, no, I choose different. I loose the world from all I thought it was, and I choose my own reality instead. Yeah. Whoa. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 132, Insights. I loose the world from all I thought it was. This lesson has taken on a deeper meaning for me than ever before. I have understood that a central idea of this course is that there is no world, But now the connection is much stronger in my mind that for me to know myself, I need to accept that there is no world. I cannot continue to believe anything in this world is real and know myself. To know myself as God created me, I cannot believe the world is real. That is why it is essential that I loose the world from all I thought it was. I need to step back and recognize illusion as illusion. The ego resists this with every trick imaginable because when I fully accept that there is no world, I fully accept that there is no ego, and I am not the ego. It is because of my identification with the ego thought system that it seems difficult to recognize the unreality of this world. No one is willing to give up what they believe is their identity. This world was made to make the ego identity seem real. Thankfully, I am not the ego. I am still as God created me. It is this that gives me hope and strength. It is this fact that assures me that I will return home to the hearth of my Creator, no matter how much I may wander in dreams. It is clear now that recognizing myself and seeing this world as real are mutually exclusive. I can experience one or the other, but never both. The first is reality. The second, the world, is unreality, only a dream. Only my belief in the dream, in the idea of separation, makes it seem real. But I would loose the world from all I thought it was. As I do this lesson, I look out of my window and see the beautiful, secluded lake in the middle of the forest. There are no other signs of civilization visible. I find it peaceful to look upon, yet I remind myself that this is not real. There is no world, though the trees and water appear real to my body's senses. Throughout the day, I practice reminding myself there is no world. What my body's eyes show me is not real, nor is the body. I continue to go through my day doing the things I am directed to do. As I remind myself there is no world, I find it brings me peace. I am less attached to specific outcomes. I am less prone to judge. The purpose given for my doing is more often for the purpose of healing my mind and sharing the healing, and less to maintain an image of any kind. While I may feel like I may be a long way from fully accepting the unreality of this world, its non-existence, I am aware that as I move in that direction, I walk with a lighter step and with more joy in my heart and more love to offer the world. This is my goal, and I will continue to practice. This lesson reminds me of the power of my beliefs. This lesson asks me to look at the source of every thought that I hold in my mind. I am to ask myself, what is the source of this thought? Does it come from the split mind or from my true self? As I learn to question every thought that I hold, I go through the process of letting go of belief in the world. Belief in the world comes from the ego mind. Its foundation lies in the belief in separation. If I want to remember my true self, I must loose the world from all I thought it was. I must go through the daily process of undoing or letting go of all the false ideas that come from the ego's split mind. The strength of God is in me. The strength of God will help me let go of all these false imaginings. God is my source. Vision is His gift. It is my willingness to open to Christ's vision that brings it into my awareness. Right now, what helps my willingness is to maintain my consistency in working with the Course day by day. The central thought the Course attempts to teach is, there is no world. As I continue being consistent and sticking to my daily study and practice, my willingness to open to the truth gradually expands more and more each day. The ego thoughts many times tell me that there are more important things to do, but as I stick with the reinforcing the thought system in the Course, I am more easily able to see through the ego's false ideas and lay them down. Not because they are bad, but because they are meaningless. As I continue to go to the Holy Spirit with every fear, with every problem or concern, I am finding that the Holy Spirit is always there, eager to return my mind to the truth that I am still as God created me. I am safe because there is no world. The love of God is all there is. The hand of Christ is all there is to hold. All is still safe in the mind of God. God's peace and joy and love are mine to receive and extend. pathwaysoflight.org. Dang. So I am definitely guilty of, thinking there are more important things to do than doing my course lessons. But I'm just trying to make everyone in my head happy. Okay, we took a walk, we chopped up vegetables, I'm eating healthy, I'm getting some sunlight, maybe I'll get some moonlight, maybe I'll get some starlight. I'm trying to stay in the now moment. I'm trying to be happy and joyful and less judgy, less JB, less in the ego thought system. So you can't be in both. You cannot have one foot in one boat and one foot in the other boat. It's not going to work out very well. You need to pick a boat. Get in a boat. You're only in ever one boat. So check out each thought rolling through your mind, coming in the door. Where's it coming from? What's your name? What is your name? Fuck you, Tony. I hope you've seen that video. If not, that didn't make any sense. But Tony and Ezekiel, right, going at it all day. They're actually probably both of the ego thought system. So you want to be in the Holy Spirit's thought system. You want to take everything negative to the Holy Spirit, bring it out into the light so that it may be dissolved. So when you recognize that you're having an ego thought, take it to the Holy Spirit. Literally say, Holy Spirit, I want to tell you about this. Holy Spirit, take this thought from me. It's full of fear. It's full of condemnation. It's very judgmental. It's very hateful. I'm scared. Help me. I don't like the way this is feeling. This is a bad dream. Call out for the Holy Spirit to help you see the light. I who remain as God created me would loose the world from all I thought it was. For I am real because the world is not. And I would know my own reality. This is not the world that I live in. If you ever hang out with me, that's probably fairly clear. I loose the world from all I thought it was, and I choose my own reality instead. So on that note, choose a happy, happy, happy bliss bunny full of joy and starlight reality. That sounds really fun. Yeah. Loose yourself from this world. And then let me know how far you get with that.